Hello, I'm Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. I'm just pouncing I'm here today to talk about Ashley Young being awarded the Toffee Blues Player on 4 October. Obviously a short month in terms of football, he played 3 games. It's very stop-start at this point of the season, which unfortunately based on how the last few years have gone has largely helped us in terms of getting players back from injury, resetting things, and a bit of a break from the team and whatever. I think Ash Young's a worthy winner of the Player of the Month. I know it's not exactly been an unbelievable time for us this season, but obviously in that October period, we played 3 games, won 1, drew 2. The games that we drew were at home to Newcastle, who on another day we might win that game. I think that was a relatively tight one. And then obviously we drew with Fulham where he gets an assist in the last minute to salvage a point. We didn't play very well there at all. And in between, he was quite solid against Ipswich in a game where we kept a clean sheet. That was 2 on the bounce. And from an attacking perspective, we looked like as solid as we have done all season, admittedly against a team who were, obviously in League One only a couple of seasons ago. So hardly anything to sort of massively write home about. But as I say, I think Ashley Young's been solid in that period of 3 games. I think before that, he did well against Palace, got an assist there. He did well against Leicester, got an assist there. But I'm talking about his general play. I think he's been relatively solid against Southampton. In the game, I thought he did quite well in terms of breaking up play, picking up the slack for players here and there. And we're getting to a point now when I think if you go back to sort of mid-September, people are saying, he's got to get out the team now. He's just got to throw Patterson in as soon as he's back. Obviously, Patterson's been out for absolutely ages, so you've got to ease him in. Coleman's just never fit at the minute, unfortunately. There's another setback this week, seemingly, as well. But now that Patterson's getting to the point where he's on the bench and he's going to start getting back into games now, I'm sure people are saying, let's move Ashley Young over to left-back and bring out Mykolenko. Maybe he's dropped below performance levels over the last few weeks. And I think that's testament to how well he's done, and the fact that obviously he was at left-back when he got the assist against Leicester, cracking ball into and dive with his right foot, but obviously that was in September, of course. But just in terms of his general play, left back, right back, he's done a job. And I think for players coming for free, we've seen players like Solomon Rondon come in for free at Everton, that just hasn't worked at all. Whereas I think Ashley Young has at least brought some quality. He's had some good games. He's obviously had some bad games as well, don't get me wrong, of course. He has Brighton first game of the season, gets sent off in the derby last season, 2 silly fouls, that sort of thing. So I'm absolutely not championing Ashley Young as an overall Everton player, but I think the start of this season, one of our more consistent players over the last sort of 6-7 games. And I'd say his performance level has been around that 6-7 mark, which you can't say for all the players. So I think it's important to recognise a player, certainly when they turn it around, but also just in general, when they play well, when they're doing well, and obviously they're helping the team. And Ashley Young's doing that at the minute. So 3 assists so far this season, really strong. I think that's the same amount as Patterson and Mykolenko combined in their whole Everton career, which is 100 odd games more. So it's a case that you'd obviously probably chastise the other players not doing as well there rather than necessarily praise Young. But he's done well so far this season in general, and I'm sure he'll continue to do so. And hopefully we can get to a point where he can just come in every other game or every 2 or 3 games. Doesn't have to play every week once Patterson gets back up to speed. If he can come in and have a similar level of impact, that's obviously ultimately what we want. And I'm sure probably what Ashley Young wants to do. He's nearly 40 now. He doesn't want to be playing 90 minutes every week, I'm sure. So, but he's done well last few weeks. Really good to see. And I say ultimately there are some players in the team who maybe aren't everyone's favourites, but I think you've got to give them their flowers and they do well, and Ash Young's done so over the past few weeks. Let me know your thoughts down below on how he's played, and who do you think maybe is going to win this award next month. Who do you see coming through and having a good November? We'll see you next time. Next one.